On January 2, 2009, the Highlands Company began construction on a new manufacturing facility for its own use. The building was completed in 2010. The company borrowed $1,500,000 at 8% on January 2nd to help finance the construction. In addition to the construction loan, Highlands had the following debt outstanding through 2009. And what we see is they had $5 million in 12% bonds and $3 million in an 8% long-term note. Construction expenditures appear in the table that you see on the screen. We are asked to calculate the amount of interest capitalized for 2009 using the specific interest method. First, we calculate the average accumulated expenditures for 2009. So we go through the expenditures that are provided and we multiply it times the percent of the year in which those expenditures were outstanding. So the January 2nd purchase was outstanding 12 months. We multiply 600,000 times 12/12ths. The March 31st expenditure of $1,000,002 was outstanding for 9/12ths. For the June 30th expenditures of $800,000, it was outstanding for 6/12ths. And we do this for the September 30th and December 31st expenditure amounts as well. Next, we determine the amount of interest to be capitalized. And we start off with the $2,050,000 of average accumulated expenditures that we calculated just a minute ago. From there, we calculate the amount of specific borrowings, which was $1,500,000 at 8%, and that amount goes into the amount we would capitalize as capitalized interest. What we're left with is $550,000, and we will capitalize that at the firm's weighted average cost of all other debt. Now here's a quick calculation that illustrates how we came up with the 10.5% weighted average rate of all debt. We take the $5 million of 12% bonds that were outstanding and we multiply that times 12% to come up with $600,000 of interest cost. And then we take the $3 million of the 8% long-term note payable, multiply the $3 million by 8% to come up with $240,000 of interest cost. As a result, we have a total of $840,000 of interest costs on a basis of $8 million of debt. 840 divided by 8 million gets us the 10.5% weighted average rate of all other debt. And that's the calculation that we use to come up with the $57,750 of non-specific interest costs that would be capitalized as part of the interest capitalization.